Hello, everyone. Can I start to introduce you first?
Yes.
Let me to introduce you, astrologer Crystal Karina. And if anybody would like to ask me what I can tell about you in few words, I would just can say it's not about the name, but behind astrologer. It's a knowledge, inner wisdom of astrologer. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal. I know you do teaching astrology. You have your courses. Thank you so much. Appreciate what you find some time in your busy schedule to answer a couple of my questions. And this is, I would like to ask you a few questions. And I'm sharing a client chart, specifically what he had, the client had the hypnosis with me. And this is a chart what base I would like to ask you a few questions.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you, and you're an amazing hypnotherapist. So I can't wait to dive into this chart and let's see what we can get out of it.
So my first question, how astrologer can find karmic pattern in a client natal chart?
Actually, that's a very good question. So our chart is a blueprint of the day that we were born, the time and the place. So it takes a snapshot, and all these planets archetype will tell us patterns and behaviors and things that we came in this time around to work on. So there's definitely things that we can identify in the natal chart. And quite interesting, it's actually recommended to do so you can work on them.
I'm sharing, you can see, and everybody else can see the chart based on the privacy of client. I specifically can't share the personal data, but we can see the natal chart. And can you please describe any of client karmic pattern?
Yes. So thank you for sharing. And whoever volunteered their chart, thank you so much. You remain anonymous. I don't know who you are, but thank you. So when looking at this person's chart, I can immediately look at a few things, but for the sake of this short interview, we're not going to go into all the karmic patterns. Off the bat, this chart is really great. It looks like this is a chart of a person that would be in the healing or helping industry, such as the medical field. There's a lot of Virgo energy. There's also Neptune rising on the ascendant. Jupiter rules the ascendant. So this person most likely entered the healing arts and a traditional way, or even a spiritual way, or it could be a combination of both. But when looking at one thing that just pops out, because again, the chart is so complex and it's going to have a few karmic patterns and signatures. The thing that I see the most is this Pluto conjunction to the MC with Venus. So the MC is kind of wedged in between both of those energies. In evolutionary astrology, we really focus on Pluto to give us the evolution that we had in the past, and also how we're evolving this energy in the current life. And we also look at other points, but one of them being the South Node, and Venus rules the South Node. So immediately my eyes just went to that because they're kind of tied in this person's chart. So it looks like it's a karmic pattern of love, like self-love and love, balancing love. and also appreciating to love oneself and another person, balancing and harmonizing relationships. With the energy of Virgo, it's an energy that likes to assist and help and be of service. So it ties in a lot of service qualities, like a love language. So in past lives, this person most likely experienced all levels of love and continues to experience love matters in this lifetime as well.
Mm. So how it can affect client life, if you can share, because hypnosis and when people able to get right information, how it's affect specifically that karmic pattern in the client life. Can you please share? I'm so
Yes,
excited.
and this is why I truly love, thank you for asking that question. I really love using a holistic approach. Obviously, I'm not a hypnotherapist, and there's only certain things I can do. I can display karmic patterns, but not necessarily heal them like hypnotherapy would do. So combining the modalities and working with people that kind of know how to interpret the chart can actually make the hypnosis much more powerful, because we go to the core. We already see the contract. So in this person, when we're looking at the energy of love and self-love, and also with the South Node, in other areas of life, they seem pretty successful, but I think love has been like a never ending story for them. It's not that they can't love, they actually are able to provide a lot of love and very loving, but in past lives, they were actually in positions where they needed to harmonize relationships. And in this life, they come in with the energy and the gifts of being able to have people skills and relate to others, and kind of putting their needs aside for the sake of a relationship, even if it's a wrong relationship. So a lot of people that have this South Node in Libra, they know how to love people and be of service to people and be in partnerships. But the lesson now is to learn to love yourself and you be whole. And then you can actually be, as a whole person, attract another person that's whole, and you guys are much powerful together. The signature of the Aries North Node and the Libra South Node is quite powerful, and the couple becomes very powerful. But if you attract a person that you are able to maybe people please or do everything they want you to do, then that's when this energy can be a little troublesome, because they won't feel satisfied. Mind you, this person has a lot of things going on in Virgo. So it's not just Pluto and Venus. We have other planets there, and all the other planets have a say. So they're all saying something, but we're just focusing on this Pluto and Venus energy, which is also a very attached energy. And it can talk about having past patterns of experiencing maybe trauma or betrayal, or overworking and not necessarily expressing love in the relationship because they were so busy achieving. So those are some of the things that I'm picking up with the chart.
Wow. Wow. It's knocking how correlation, everything what you are saying, don't know the client. It's basically all responding certain things what client already was go through. Amazing. Amazing.
Yes, that's why I
The
love
client
astrology.
able to identify some patterns on unreceived love and some another issues.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. And I think this is how astrology can really help us, right? It can really give us like shortcuts instead of kind of continuing to search and not necessarily finding the answer. If we look at our chart, we can see some of these points that we use in karmic or evolutionary astrology to really talk about the soul's essence. and the soul's expression this time around, in order for us to raise our vibration and also express the better qualities of the chart, because everyone has karma. If we didn't have karma, we wouldn't reincarnate. We would be done, right? And I know you're a master of all this stuff. I've learned so much from you in regard to this matter, but it's very
thank
true.
you.
It's very true that we come here to work on certain things. And as we're analyzing the chart and seeing these things, we get shortcuts and we're able to kind of heal these things quicker. And then we combine them with other modalities like the one that you practice, hypnosis. I mean, it's a win-win. The person is able to heal quicker and we're able to also focus. I know this is something that's focused on the issues at hand versus on other things that are not as relevant. I know this is a emerging, I guess, practice where we get a lot of different type of healing modalities to heal the person as a whole. And I really love how astrology can be the gateway to this.
Yeah, especially based what my years of experience with my own and the healing and my own hypnosis, I can tell one thing, it's not enough, because it can be a multiple things. But what can the best work for the client based on my own experience, how when you can use different tools, and as many tools you use it, you can have so profound result, not just only hypnosis to identify the issues. That's why I would love to encourage people, based what I personally did, to try to find out about what your soul experience, or what your karmic patterns, what the mostly painful for you soul, what you go through from one life to another one.
Yes, yes. And I think that's the beauty of life. That's the human experience there. Being able to evolve from these past patterns, really fixing it and finding just joy and gratitude. This is a word I learned from you, just showing gratitude, right? And I really think that that's the key there. The minute that we can set aside things that have been hindering us, like blockages and fears and things like that, we can then align to our divine self-expression or a divine soul, right? Like how we're expressing ourselves this time around, and really live the life that we're meant to live and be fulfilled. Because I run into this with a lot of customers of mine or clients of mine that maybe they're very successful in work, but when it comes to love, they feel like they're failures. And we look at the chart and there we go. We see those patterns right away. Something involving Venus, and then sometimes the moon's there too. And there's other clients that they have love, but they're struggling a lot with finances. And you look at their chart and then you see that too. So that's why I can't stop like looking at these charts. I'm so fascinated with the information that we can get and how we can help so many people with this. So combining all these things is just beautiful, because astrology is not a tool to heal that way. It's a tool to empower you. And then you can use other tools like you mentioned, hypnosis and other things that you have in your toolbox to completely heal the person.
Yeah, the more you have, the better result. If you can tell about Venus, especially in astrology, we know what it's more than just only love. Can
About
you just
Venus?
talk more
Yes,
about
of
that?
course. So Venus in astrology rules a lot of things in our chart. So first, the keywords for Venus, they're going to be love, self-love, our values, how we attract money. So it's tied in with a little bit of abundance. The big one is Jupiter, but Venus still brings in abundance no matter what. And also beauty, luxuries in life, and the way that we communicate with others. Because from the perspective of Venus rulership of Libra, that's collaborating and socializing with people and harmonizing relationships. But from Venus rulership of Taurus, that's more grounded energy, connecting with resources and money and tangible things that we attract in our life. So whenever we have Venus in good, like a good placement or well supported, the person's actually very successful in those areas. Sometimes we have mixed qualities where they might attract a lot of money, but with love, maybe they're attracting people that are using them for their money, things like that, vice versa, or they seek partners with a lot of wealth. And we'll see some aspects being activated with Venus like that in the chart, which then that shows a karmic pattern that we need to break. So then we can find fulfillment. And Venus in this particular chart is ruling the South Node. So that's why Venus is very important in this chart, because in the energy of Libra, this person spent a lot of lifetimes harmonizing relationship. What does this mean? Most likely, especially the most recent lifetime, this person was in relationships, maybe for the sake of status. So they stayed in a relationship where it was more controlling, because we have the energy of Pluto, maybe more, I'm not going to say abusive, because there's not a lot of bad aspects to Pluto, but maybe more manipulating, where you have to stay with me because we're meant to be together. And maybe the people are out of love already. And just so, because the 10th house is tied in with society and your highest achievement, how other people see you, just for the sake of the public, you stay together, but you're not necessarily in love anymore. So then you shape these negative patterns that end up attracting, in this lifetime, relationships that you're not fully satisfied with. They're not necessarily filling your heart, and you're staying in them for the sake of being in a relationship instead of actually wanting to be in the relationship. It can start like you want to be in the relationship, but you'll see differences. And instead of calling it quits, you kind of string the person along just so you can be in a relationship. Right? So those are little things that I'm picking up from this chart. I mean, I can talk forever and keep on going to the next planet, talk about the
yes,
quadrant.
but we not do reading. We just only lightly, it's just to get idea how you can use knowledge of astrology and work in past life regression or any hypnosis. Like you can use it. Who have desire to transform their life to better direction.
Yes, yes.
So the last question, what I would like to ask, it's my inner observation. Based on that chart, the client can have so much devote himself to work.
Yes, because of all the energy that we see in the 10th house, when they're not fulfilled, like they can have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, they can have a partner, right? But if they're not fulfilled in the things that they do or the activities, leisures, then they're going to overwork, because that's where all the energy is focused. And that's how they feel love is expressed. So that's one of their defaults. When they're not feeling completely fulfilled, they're going to just stick their head at work and keep going and going and going, and then neglect some of the relationships, come back and stay in relationships without really working on them, just for the sake of keeping everything harmonized, and then go back to work. So yeah, this person is an overachiever. I mean, that's probably an understatement. Overachiever, but with the energy of Virgo, very kind, very of service, wanting to assist people, like I mentioned. And I feel very strongly about this chart. This person is in the medical field because of everything that I see. It's one of his karmic patterns to help a lot of people. So that's also helping him, but him, her, I don't know what gender, sorry. But one of the things that I do suggest for this person is when you work on yourself first and you're complete, instead of trying to find your other half, if you're a whole, you're going to attract another person that's whole. And you guys together as a whole make this beautiful little heart here, right? You then combine your energy together and feel fully satisfied. They're going to be more successful with people that are also achievers, because the energy of the North Node in Aries is to be entrepreneur and to be a go-getting energy, also very independent. So the partner has to be independent. This partner that they attract, they cannot be too Libra energy, because then we have two people that are people pleasing and the pattern doesn't break.
Yeah, beautiful. Everything what you described. I'm not going to ask you how you did find out what this client have a relationship to medical field. Not gonna ask you that. But yes, I did realize what person hiding his inner unsatisfied issues. The person hide behind his work. Yes.
Yes.
The client hide behind his work. I think that's issues of common thing. It's normal.
Mm-hmm.
What usually use this to hide behind their work.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I just would like to ask you. I know you teaching. Would be such amazing and helpful if you can create some course or maybe short workshops for clients who would like to learn about their own karmic patterns, how they can help themselves easier and quickly to work on their issues. That can be so important. And maybe some people, like I personally, all about hypnosis and all the tools, but it's so many probably people like me who loves their work, and they like to help the clients in the short way, not about the money, about result. Somebody would also love to take your course.
Yes.
It would be nice to create that course.
Yes, you kind of read my mind there. I am going to be hosting a class, so not necessarily a course yet. The course is being developed, but I do have a class that I'm going to be having on October the 9th, where I'm going to be talking about Pluto, because in Karmic astrology, evolutionary astrology, Pluto is the big player. And then there's other points that we look at. The next classes that I schedule are going to be about the rest of the points that we look at. And then all the classes together will be a course. So yes, I am really happy about that.
Yes, it's so nice. It's interesting what I was suggesting, and I'm thank you. I hope that you're gonna send me some information, or can you share that information if anybody would be interesting, and send me some information too?
Of course.
About your course?
Yes, I will. So if you go to my website, CodaQueenAstrology, that's CodaQueen astrology.com. I have it listed there. It's going to be under my courses tab. And I'm definitely going to leave it in any description or send you the link, but you can find me there. And you'll have the...
Yeah, so it's going to be like coming soon?
Yes. So you'll be able to register for it. And if you catch this recording after the class has already taken place, don't worry about it. I record all my classes, whatever handouts that I provided, they're going to be all together and you can purchase it as a recording. So you'll get the same experience as attending the live.
Thank you so much. I have a feeling I have to share that. I like the way how you teach and the way how you introduce information with the mostly people can understand and observe information easily.
Thank you.
And you able to ask question and you always can answer all the questions. I can feel it.
Thank you. I absolutely love this stuff. I have my son in the 9th house, so I love teaching, sharing beliefs, connecting with people. And it's not just teaching for the sake of here's the info, blah, blah, blah. No, I want to make sure that I answered your questions. I want to make sure that whatever comes up, which a lot of the times during my classes, I don't have a lot of questions. I think people are processing everything, but I never get anything like I didn't understand this. It's just the way that I am. I'm very thorough. I have a moon in Virgo, so very factual, practical. And that's like my key. You have to be practical, right? Something that kind of sinks in. So yeah, thank you so much for that. I love it. Thank you.
That's why we do this right now, this meeting, because this is very practical. How you can use some knowledge from astrology to using hypnosis and work on your some deep level of issues. Yes, it's a practical.
Yes, definitely is.
Yeah, thank you so much for answering a couple of my questions. Thank you what you find the time. Thank you. I would love to make another meeting with you and love it to already to specify some clients go through some difficult issues in hypnosis, some drama, something like very painful, and if you can find and explain, I would love it. Thank you so much. It's very exciting for me.
You reach out to me. You have my contact information. I love doing this stuff. I love collaborating with other healers out there because we just bring so much power to heal people. It's not just to our clients, it's also the information that we have. It's all about sharing that information. So I would absolutely love to schedule some more talks. Maybe we could get into what are karmic patterns and, more into the chart. So yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, especially how it's we live in this time. It's important for us as a human, like a Virgo energy we have right now. So to give a service, that's when our life has some meaning. That's what my last thought. Before we say goodbye each other, did you have anything in your mind, the last couple thoughts?
Well, like I mentioned before, we're going to have a lot of karmic patterns in our chart. Some people have less and they have much of an easier life this time around. Some people have more. And, looking at the chart, what I'm here for is just to assist you in that path. So whoever is willing to look at their chart from a different perspective and work on certain things. And obviously we can identify talents because everyone has talents. So this is one of my passion. I would love to connect with anyone that, wants to connect with me and hopefully see you guys in the future when we discuss some more things. And thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure and I really enjoyed talking to you. You're so easy to talk to.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. You have a very nice energy. It's nice to connect.
Okay, you're back. I thought I lost you. By the way, before we end this talk, I just wanted to share with you that I was able to pick up on the person's date of birth. So according to what I see, it looks like he was born August 22nd of.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You okay? Don't continue. Okay, you are dangerous. Okay, I got it. You got it. Like medical, and you are dangerous. That's it.
Yeah, I know that we're not supposed to disclose, but I just wanted to share, like, I can figure it out.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
thank you
I
so
was
much for
worried about what I lost you, and I was not able to say the last thing. So, how much fun I had. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so much.
much. I hope to see you soon.
Yes, I will see you later. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good
Yeah, thank
day.
you. Bye. Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Thank you.